Good to see you again. We've missed you since I think it was March time. So what have you been doing since the winter?
Nothing special. After March, we went directly to the gym, and we take a rest a little bit with the family before to start the camp for September.
Okay, and Ares as well. You have some shows for the fight promotion as well. You have some of these.
Yes, of course, we did it in June, in April, every month.
Oh, every month.
Yeah.
Keeps you busy.
Yeah, always.
Okay.
Always with Ares.
Now I feel like you've risen to the top of the UFC very fast, but I'm not sure if I really know you and your past. Of course, you've been entertaining us on our screens with your big smile as well. But the good kid,
Good kid.
where is he from?
The good kids from a collective. I got a group of friends, and I got a couple friends. He did a rap group music.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
And he did a tattoo, and we was really close. We stayed close, and we did it all. Tattoo, Bungamin, and it was before the Muay Thai, before the MMA. And when I started the MMA with the coach, we're looking for a nickname, and we're looking for a nickname like a baby face, like something kind but dangerous, like.
Yeah.
And we look, and he look my
Your leg?
my leg, and he say, "Bon gamin." Okay, it's not an English word, but we're gonna try, and we keep this name, and I think it's really me.
I think it works.
Yeah.
So let's turn back the clock. Where in France did you grow up?
On the middle west of France, La Vendée. This is a little La Roche-sur-Yon, exactly the name of my city when I was born. And yes, it's a little city near to the sea. You have everything you want, but at the same time, it's really quiet. And yes, I was a young guy. I got no video games. It was only to play football outside.
Okay.
And go to the school, and years after years, I grew up like that. And when I was 19, I went to Paris for my because I was a student, and I studied.
What were you looking to study?
Management.
Okay.
Yeah. Commercial, management, and so I came in Paris, and I grew up in Paris, and I become an adult in Paris, like I say. When
Right.
I have a factor, like everything, the tax, everything you have to pay. You started to be a man, because it's not easy.
Yes.
In Paris is very expensive, and so And at this moment, I switched it just before to move to Paris. I switched it at 16. I switched it because I played soccer, and I switched it at 16 years old.
Okay.
To the basketball.
Yeah. Is that because you suddenly got very tall, or were you always
no,
really
just
tall?
because I like every sport, and because I miss it a little bit. How you say that? I miss the train.
Right.
To be a real professional in football. And years after years, I was a little bit worried about soccer. You
Okay.
see? And just because I got some friends in the basketball, and I like the American culture and stuff like that, the music, the rap, the clothes, everything, I switched it to the basketball. But because also I knew already the basketball because my big brother and big sister played basketball also.
Right.
So it was really easy for me to switch it. I did it very, very well. I stayed in the basketball, but exactly the same. I missed the train to be a real professional in my first years. I remember, how you say that, comment tu dis ça, les clubs formateurs?
Oh, it's like, so you were with a development team.
Yeah, exactly. The big structure came to my city and come with us. We're gonna do something very good about you. I said, no, it's my first year. It's just chilling. It's just for the pleasure for the moment. We will see after. Exactly the same with the soccer, and I'm missing the train like that. it was always the pleasure before to be a professional. Before this is exactly me.
So you always, every time
This is exactly me. That's
you've
why I
had
said
natural ability, someone
Yeah.
tries to take you quickly to the top.
exactly. But for me, it was it was not the good moment for me.
Okay.
It was really not the good moment because I was really close to my family, to my parents, and to leave to go to the another city. I still young, and it was not the moment for me.
Okay.
But I think I missed something big. But you see today,
Yeah, it worked out.
I went to Paris, and I was a student, but at the same time, I sell some furniture in the shop, and for 50-50, and like that you can pay your house, enfin your how you say that, le loyer,
Oh, for the student accommodation.
accommodation, everything.
Yeah.
And so I did it during 2 years. After that, the shop, I work 100% of the time in the shop. And at the moment, it wasn't possible to keep playing basketball because the shop was open Saturday and also Sunday.
Okay.
So impossible. Okay, so you can training during the week, but the weekend it wasn't possible to have some pleasure to play with the
Yeah.
guys. So I stopped to play basketball, and I got a friend in my promotion when I was a student. He asked me to come to try the Muay Thai. The Muay Thai, and this is exactly like that. I tried because I was a little bit fat. I restarted to be with my wife because we were separate for a few years, and just restart to be with my wife, and she cooked me a lot of
The good life.
food. So at the same time, I stopped the sport. So boom, and he said, "Come to my gym, come to try the Muay Thai." And when I started, the coach already told me, "Oh, you did it already?" I said, "No, this is really my first time on any art martial sport." And he asked me to come for real and to come to try to do something. And I said, "Okay, yes, let's go." And after just 5 months, I started with my first fight. I remember I called my parents like, "I got a fight this weekend. Do you want to do?" Because he stayed to live. He kept to live
Right, on the
La
coast.
Rochelle. Muay Thai, what is it? Like, yeah. I say, yes, I studied there just a few years and I got a fight, so if you want to come. But why you don't tell me? So I say, come, you're going to see, it's really cool. And it was a great experience, and I did 3 years like that,
Okay.
the Muay Thai.
Did you ever have this desire to fight when you were growing up?
No, I was really not violent.
Right.
Me, never. I'm really kind with the people around me. I don't like to fight outside. No,
Of course.
it's really not me. But the contact, always I love to have some contact, even in the soccer and basketball or everything.
And with soccer, which position did you play? on the
Defense.
pitch? Defense, yeah, I
So
can
you
see
see.
this would work. Actually, I remember there was a clip on the social media. You did a charity game recently, right? And someone came to, and they went somersault in it.
Unfortunately, I protect the ball and I see you want to charge me. I feel a little bit.
So I can see
anyway.
how football could have been good for you, but it obviously wasn't meant to be.
My father was a soccer player, so that's why I started to play soccer. And
Okay.
he was a semi-professional.
Okay.
And that's why he was a little bit, I think, he never told me, but he was a little bit disappointed because I was really good
Okay.
in a soccer also. Anyway,
And you were saying about your brother and sister. So you had so there were
Basketball.
three of you,
yes, exactly. I'm the younger.
and then they played basketball. But what do they do for work now? Because we've met your brother. You
Now?
look very similar. Yeah.
Now he live. My big brother live in Boston.
In Boston.
Yeah, he work in the. It's a little bit complicated, but now he switching. Now he work with Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, he work with Facebook. He was a really nice student when he was young. He's really
Right.
intelligent. Yeah.
Okay.
He's really focused on this, not like me. And my sister, she started to be in the professional world, to be a cops.
Okay.
Yeah, gendarmerie exactly in
Yes.
France.
Yes. Yeah.
And now she's more on the she do event planner. like for the wedding, for
Okay,
everything.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. And she work also now for Ares.
Right.
Yeah, she helped Ares to do with the VIP, the
Right.
VIP, everything like
So
that.
she's involved.
Yeah, and you have me, and now my parent is how you say that, à la retraite? How you say that? She's done with work.
Oh, so retired. So now your
Retired,
parents are now
exactly.
retired.
Yeah, retired.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is my family. And,
Right.
yeah, but you saw already my big brother.
I've met you. I've had the pleasure as well. You two look very similar, but yeah, no, it's good. I think it was at UFC Paris that I met him, which we will definitely talk about. But you were saying about Muay Thai and how you had some fights there. So when did MMA come into your life?
So just after 3 years, so we did very well. We did around 15 fights, only win, and it was really. That's why the people say how you started to fight. I said this is a life. This is not my. It was not my choice. You see, my friend come. I started because the coach told me, let's go to try something in the Muay Thai, and I live in the east side of Paris, and my gym in the Muay Thai was in the west side of Paris, so it's really far to go there. So I started to looking for a gym closer than my to my house, and I knocked the door to the MMA factory because it was just less of 10 minutes from my house. It was not just only Muay Thai; it was also MMA, so MMA factory, but.
So you were interested in MMA, or you wanted?
Yeah,
to
I knocked to the door, and I said to Fernando Lopez, I said, hello, nice to meet you. I'm a young guy in the heavyweight, and I want to try to do something with your guys, if I can help in the Muay Thai, in the striking. And I started the training, and Fernando Lopez told me, but now you are here, you can continue the training. It's a MMA, it's different, but try it. And I did just 2 training, and after 2 training, he called me. He said, okay, I think you're gonna stop. He asked me to stop the Muay Thai and 100% in MMA, and he proposed me a big plan, and he talked about the UFC. For me, it was really news. He talked about the MMA, what is the UFC, the cash you can
So
have.
you knew nothing about any of
No,
this?
nothing.
Wow.
Nothing. Just you see sometime on YouTube or some stuff like that, some videos,
Yeah.
but no, nothing. And I say, okay, why not?
Right.
Let's try. Let's bet on it.
Was it a kind of scary prospect in some ways? Because MMA is very different to Muay Thai, and sometimes people are like, oh, they don't like the groundwork, they prefer this, they get stuck in one position.
For me, it was when I studied MMA, it was really new for me. The ground game, GGB, wrestling, but I love every sport, so it was really easy for me to go in and to work on it, even if it was really not easy. Yeah. But it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure, and so I started in 290. 18 to 2018, and I started. Yeah, it was in February or something like that, and in August I did my first fight in MMA directly. Yeah,
And your first fight was for the belts, right, at TKO?
it was exactly.
That's crazy.
It was really crazy. This is about the management factor. He did very well, and because the bet was vacant.
Vacants, yeah.
Exactly. So it was easier for me to push for this fight, and we did it against a guy. I remember Bobby Bloud. I remember this guy.
It's a great name.
Yeah, really great name. I remember his song of Entrance, and yeah, I finished the fight after just 1 minute and 46 seconds.
But choke as well, right?
Yes, exactly. And every people talk about me before the fight. He's not a really heavyweight. He's Muay Thai is not MMA. Be careful, man. Like, and I finished the fight like that. So it was a really good answer. And after that, I did a second fight, And just after my second fight, I remember the management factory talked with the UFC already for coming to the UFC. Just
This is crazy.
It was really quick, really fast. Everything was really fast when I started the Muay Thai.
How did you feel about this though? Because some people, they might want to take their time. They see the holes in their game.
No. Me, I knew already. I started the Muay Thai at I was 25. I was 25. I started the MMA 2018. So I was 28.
Right.
And I knew already 28 is
Late start.
yeah. So let's keep in the rush. I'm okay.
Okay.
Flawless, like, let's go. Yeah, you want to do that? Okay, let's go. I follow my coach, I follow my manager, I follow everything. Yeah.
But how are you paying to go through, to live in Paris and have a nice life? Because we all know the money until you reach a really good level and you maybe like your second contract, the money's not there in MMA before the UFC.
For me, it was already beautiful. For me, it was already better than before.
Love that.
So for me, no, it was really, no, it was, I started just the Muay Thai, and you know, the person in the Muay Thai is not big.
No.
And I started to be someone in the Muay Thai, but I did the choice to move out to the Muay Thai and go to the MMA. But we found the contract with TKO. TKO, it was already a good league.
Yeah.
You see, so with a good purse, so he was already good, better than the Muay Thai already.
Okay.
So for me, it was you grow up
Progression.
all the time, so
Yeah.
it was really perfect for me. So no, you see, I live my whole life without big money.
Yeah.
You see, so for me it was, and about the sport.
Yeah.
I love sport. You see, so it was really perfect.
The UFC contract comes.
Exactly.
Do you remember the day, like taking the call or having the meeting?
The day, but like I said, just after my second fight, I remember in TKO, some mails, some contact by mails with Fernando Lopez, my manager. And yes, for me, I don't knew a lot UFC, so for me it was just, yes, a good news.
Yeah.
But when I talk about that at this moment with some people, some fighters around me, it's like, wow,
Yeah.
man. And step by step, I was a little bit more aware about that, but no pressure about that.
Well, that's the thing. If you didn't, sometimes when we hold something up here, it makes it a really big deal when we walk up to it, right? So if for your UFC debut, was it
Uruguay, August? So my first fight in MMA was in August, so 2018, and 2019 I did my first fight in August. Just
so
1 year
crazy.
after. That was really crazy.
That's so
That was
crazy.
really crazy. I did my first fight, I remember, against Pessoa. Pessoa,
Yeah.
he did his first fight. It was his first fight because he was in TKO also. And
Right.
normally
Oh,
I
yes,
must
you
have
guys
fought,
were supposed to
yes,
fight
in
there.
TKO, and we did it in the UFC. And we did it in Uruguay.
Yes.
Uruguay, I remember.
That was February, was it? A Uruguay? Oh, I might. Don't worry. I think I believe I was there. So. Oh no, it wasn't.
I
No,
don't remember.
it was
No, it was
no,
not
it was
February.
August. Yeah.
It was more like June or July or something like
Okay.
that. I think.
Okay. So, what do you remember about your UFC debut?
Just only a good vibe, just only a good feeling. That's it. Just, okay, I'm going to fight, I'm going to do some sport for money, for big money. It was already a big money for me. And with my friend, with my team, just good feeling.
And at the time, I think I'm correct, like MMA wasn't legalized here in France.
No.
So what was the reaction from the MMA community to see this French guy that's now, you know, in the UFC? Because you guys haven't had many athletes to kind of pin hopes on.
At first, the people was a little bit surprised, but my result was always good. So the people say, okay, we will see maybe at the next step. Maybe he was lucky for this fight. Or,
Right.
You see? When you started and nobody know you, it's like that, you see?
Yeah.
Where you from? If you're just from the Muay Thai, there just a few years only. Okay, we will see, we will see, we will see. Step by step, I did it. So, yes, we was in the rush, but we did very well. And so the media, so my country follow me step by step.
And also submission wins. Like I remember being on the mic and thinking, oh, here comes this
Which one?
Don Telmays.
Don't tell Myers, yeah.
I think it was this fight.
The heel hook.
The heel hook.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember, but Dan Hardy and I had been warming up. We were warming up. We were training in the
In the gym?
in the workout rooms.
Yeah, in the
and I
workout
saw you working with,
Yeah.
and you guys were working on heel hooks, etc. And we were laughing, going, "What are you guys doing with it?" And there you were. You put it out in the fights. No one expected this.
It was really at the really end of the fight. It was the 10 last second of the first round, I remember. And I did this choice because it was an opportunity. It was on his back. And I remember this position. It was a heel hook. So Fernand Lopez told me, en français, in French, la clé de talon, la clé de talon. He screamed a lot. But it was already...
Programmed.
Yeah, programmed in my head, so I did it. It was good.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, good feeling.
Your career accelerated very quickly. I think it was UFC 256, was it 256 maybe, Junior Dos Santos.
Yes, exactly. It was. I remember because I did 1 year. I remember my first fight was in July or August maybe. Something like that.
Yeah.
I did a second fight in September, October, and my first fight I did it in December.
That's a big.
So it was my first fight in the UFC, and after that, I did 1 year with nothing.
Yeah.
And in December 2020, I fought against Junior Dos Santos because I got a lot of fight canceled, the COVID.
Yes.
Yeah, all of this, and I did 1 year with nothing. And I remember Junior Dos Santos in 2020.
Was this like a big moment in your career? Like a big turning point?
Yes, because it was my first big name. It was my first big name. The former champion, Junior Dos Santos. This is a big career, and yes, I finished the fight. So. Yes, it was also great memories. I remember the feeling of my guy in the corner, and he followed the UFC since a long time. And he was afraid when he saw Junior Dos Santos came in the cage in front of me. But for me, no, because
just another guy.
Everything was new for me, you see.
Right.
But it was really good memories.
Yeah.
Good memories.
Do I remember you had some time out for a lung problem?
Yes, this was in TKO, just before the UFC.
Oh, was that before the UFC?
Yeah, just before the UFC, but just before I did my first time in TKO and my second time, that's true, in the debut of 2020.
Okay.
At the beginning of the years. Just after December, I did my last fight in December 19. And I did some surgery to my knee in February. And just after, I restarted to training, and boom, my leg was done. So...
was it pretty serious?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, because it was not only my leg. It's about the problem I had. It was exactly, I don't know if there are some coincidence, but it was exactly when the COVID started. And I got a surgery on the specialty for the legs, thoracic, and the problem of breathing.
Wow.
So exactly when the COVID started.
Yeah, yeah.
You see? So I got some big problems there, and I stayed almost 1 month to my bed with some...
Really?
I lost a lot of kilos. Nothing. I was on my bed, and one time by day, I must walk like 20 minutes with all of my machine
Wow.
I got some problem like staphylocoque doré in French. I don't know exactly the word in English, but I got some, how you say that? Germe infectieux. Infection.
Okay.
I got some problem, some virus infection during the surgery. I don't know why exactly, but it was big. Some people die just with one infection I had when you are weak. And I got 3 big infections. And so it was not easy. It was not easy. And it was just after my 3 first fights. Everything was cool, like my career, I can see the future. And after that, 1 month like that, I can see my body, no muscles, nothing, because I wasn't in my bed. I was all the time. And I said, okay, maybe I must have a plan, a second plan, maybe.
Seriously, do you think maybe athletics was...
Because my legs was really done. Like when I did some exercise because my leg was really flat.
Right.
And I had a lot of exercise to have a new leg.
Yeah.
Leg, you see?
Wow.
It was really not easy. And after that, I remember I got a big drugs, not drugs, but medicine, really heavy. And after 1 month, I go back home because I got my wife and my daughter. It was impossible to come with my daughter, so
right.
It was long. So the doctors say, okay, everything is okay, I think. So we're going to continue to do some medicine, but at home. So every 6 years, a doctor came to my house and changed the medicine. I was always some perfusion during a few weeks.
Oh.
And after a few weeks, I was just some pill like during 2 months. It was really big.
Wow.
Really big. It was really big. But the big problem was my leg and like I breathe.
How did you keep your head on in a positive way?
No question. No question. Oh, we have a fight for July. I remember it was again the Dagestani guy.
Abradahimov? Shamil, maybe?
Shamil, exactly, Shamil. And I remember this happening in February, the end of February, and I got a programmed the fight for July, but nobody was new.
Yeah.
So we did the big camp for July. July was cancelled to August. It was a good news for her. August to September, cancelled September to October in Abu Dhabi with another guy, Ante Delija.
Exactly. Yes, this Croatian guy.
Yeah, and just this is for October, so cancelled just 3, October to November, Shamil, and possible in December, Junior Dos Santos. This has helped me to have a good recovery.
Yeah.
Good.
And also grateful, right? That you at one point maybe you were staring at no more professional fighting, no more professional athletics, and you can get back in the game.
Yeah, but no, it was really hard at this moment. On the bed, I remembered my feeling on the bed, and I don't like to put this on the social media.
Yeah, of course.
So nobody was.
Yeah.
Nobody knew.
Yeah.
Just my parents. After a few days.
Yeah.
My sister also, because she called me, I was on the bed in the hospital. So just that. Okay. Even me in my gym, it was not. Nobody in my gym knew that.
Wow.
Also. I don't like to talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah. I during the moment, I don't like to talk about that. You see. After, when is the past, I'm okay with that. But during, I don't like to.
Well, you certainly repaired, and then you went on to fight Derek Lewis.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a big fight, interim UFC gold.
1 year after, it was.
Was it 1 year after? Okay. I mean, again, so fast to this point, and a lot of people struggle with the attention and the media responsibilities, as well as 5 rounds of fighting and the potential responsibility of being a UFC champion. But you took the fast track. And then how do you get prepared for a guy like Derek Lewis in Houston with the potential of being a UFC champion at the end?
It was about flawless. seriously, because if you remember, so I did Junior dos Santos, December. Directly after that, I did my first main event against
Jairzinho?
Jairzinho. Just after that, I did Volkov
Yeah.
in June, and 4 weeks after, UFC proposed me the fight against Derrick Lewis. So I just finished the fight against Volkov. Boom, Derrick Lewis in 4 weeks. I said, okay, let's go. In the flawless, I was in the flawless. I was just in the flawless. Let's go. Okay, no problem. Everything is open for me. Everything is green. Let's do that. So no pressure, no. Just I'm gonna do what I can do, and that's it. I was really on my flawless.
So tell me about the fight and also how it ended.
I forgot the belt. After the fight of Derrick Lewis,
Yeah.
I forgot the belt. Just before, after the fight, I won, I remember. So the referee put my hands up, and I felt something like, oh, wait, the belt. I forgot the belt.
Really?
For real. I forgot completely the belt. When Dana White put this on my hips, I put my, like, what is it? Oh, I forgot.
No way. That's crazy.
I swear.
Why did you forget the belt?
Because every time when I got a fight, I'm always focused on my win. That's it. Not about everything you have around the fight. I was in my flawless. I love this sport. I like to fight. It's new for me, but I like that. And I got a mission at this day to win this fight. That's it. And after that, we will see for our next fight. And you see, flawless.
Yeah.
I forgot the belt. When I felt this, boom, I put my eyes on. I forgot.
In that moment then, when you felt the belt and its significance, what were you then thinking?
Nothing. It's more about, oh, okay, I can feel the people around me, the attention of the media, everything around me. It was me. I'm the same guy since I started. Since I was young in La Roche-sur-Yon where I was born. I'm exactly the same guy. You can ask all the people who know me since a long time ago. I'm the same guy. So when I had the belt, I stayed the same guy. Just I got more media, more attention, more hype in my country. And just a few months after, we have a legalization of this sport in my country. So it was a really good.
So that ties in well. Like, have a champion, a UFC interim champion as well.
Yeah.
Helps with it. I know the legalization had taken a long time, but this is, I don't know if you have the word, but serendipity is like everything just comes together.
Yeah, it was a perfect timing. Really perfect timing. And 1 year after, you have, no, it was a little bit after more. The UFC, the first event in Paris. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's talk, we got to talk more about the Derrick Lewis thing, because you're in Houston as well. So did any of this affect you? Because I remember watching the Embedded, and you're just like you are now. Like you float through fight week.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's his town, and he's a big scary dude. The American fans, they can get kind of crazy. They let you know you're in his hometown.
The was crazy. It was really crazy. But it was a pleasure, like every time. You are the guy, but you are two.
Yeah.
You and your opponent. Even if not for you, you have a lot of noise, big ambience, like big feeling, big show. It's not exactly for you. The fan don't scream for you, but it's for you also. Like so, it was a good feeling. I remember I look my coach just behind me. One day we did it on entrance. I remember at first. I remember during my entrance, I chose a song from Houston, a deep song.
Yes, and they thought it was him maybe.
Yeah.
Yes.
I chose a deep song, a real song from Houston. So the people from Houston know a lot of this song. So the people were, "Ooh, Derrick Lewis, let's go." Boom, it was me. And the people said, "Boo!" And boom. Wow, it was incredible. The boo. it was not possible to listen to my music at this moment. Boo, just boo, like, wow. So I smiling a little bit, and when Derek Lewis did his entrance, the light turn off, the flashlight, and I look my coach Fernando Lopez, and I say, wow, that's crazy, that's beautiful. It was not for me, but it was a really good memory.
So you enjoyed his
Yeah,
reception as well?
Yeah.
Oh, you are a good guy, aren't you? Look at that, you can enjoy your opponent. So, well, I think I need to ask you then, like, what are you like in the locker room? I've obviously spoken to lots of fighters. Some guys are screaming, shouting. Some guys are meditating. Some guys are going crazy, like nearly being sick. Maybe not so much at the top end anymore, but like early in their career. But I have to know, when you're in that locker room, come fight time, like, what does it look like with you and your team?
When we leave the hotel to go to the stadium, we are already in the fight.
Already in the fight?
Already in the fight. Before that, the day before, we was really calm, really cool, really smiling a lot. But the day we are already in the fight, when we wake up at the morning.
So what's the big difference there? As in, how would the mood change?
The mood change, we are really focused. The big word for me, the big mindset I have, hour after hour, focus. Just focus. Of course, you have, yes, of course, you are afraid, stressed, everything like that. But you manage every feeling. Because you have sometimes you don't have the power to manage this.
Yeah.
But you manage this, and the big feeling, it focus already in the fight. This is my mindset before to go in the cage.
Do you enjoy the time in the locker room and the walkout and the time before?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. I stay myself. So when I want to joking with my friends, with my team, of course, sometime I remember we had a good memories. It was against Volkov, I think, just before the fight of Volkov. I remember, because I'm a clown. I'm a clown, and I can imitate really nice the people. And I imitated some people walking and my guys. It was a game. He must know how people I imitated. You see, some stuff like that. So we like to play some music. We are stressed. We have everything like that, but we are focused anyway. But we stay the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep that energy.
Yeah.
You then have the big unification bouts with Francis Ngannou. Coming into this, it was slightly more complicated than previous fights for you because of the relationship with the gym.
Yeah.
Like, it was a big story.
It was special.
Because it didn't really involve you. You only really spent one camp with Francis, is that correct?
Yeah, one camp, a little bit more maybe when I started. Yes, I remember, maybe 2, 1.5.
Okay.
Approximately.
But you guys weren't like best friends or worst enemies in the gym, but there was obviously a history with the gym. So, but you're the guy that everyone asks the questions to. So how much more challenging was the lead up to that fight from what you were used to?
It was different because already in the gym, the feeling was, okay, I'm a new guy in the heavyweight division, and Fernando Lopez saw me and asked me to do something big in this gym, but there are already some big guys, and Francis was the best fighter at this moment in the gym, with the big record in the UFC already, etc. And Francis liked to be the man, to be the male alpha, the alpha man.
Yeah.
And I felt this in the gym, you see. So during the sparring, it was a little bit special, you see. It was, I don't know if it's possible to be friends with this guy. I don't know. It was very special, like a feeling. And so it was already a little bit special. Or maybe he knew already We're gonna cross each other maybe in the future, maybe, you see. So yes, it was already special. So when the matchup coming, you have all the feeling, and because also Fernando Lopez have some beef a little bit with him, some problems, and the people in France. It was a big event for my country.
Yeah.
It was a big event for my country, not only for my country, for the world also, because it was really special to have two guys started the MMA in the same gym. It's special.
Yeah.
This is historic.
Absolutely.
Because you have already some guys at the same gym, but we started the MMA at the same gym. You understand?
Yeah.
It's different. He started MMA with Fernando Lopez at MMA Factory. Me too.
Yeah.
It was really special. And it was a great fight. It was cool. It was my first time with the big solicitation of the media. It was really big. I remember in NIM, LA, it was really big. Big days with media, all the week. It was heavy. It was heavy, I remember. And the feeling also for me and my coach, because of this event, because of Francis, was really special also. So the feeling was I don't have a good word, but a lot of emotion, intense emotion, a lot of emotion. Before the fight, during the fight, and after it was okay, but a lot of emotion, tension, yeah.
How was it to try and fight the best that you can with all of that pressure and those emotions?
We prepared during the camp. We prepared this during the camp and during the fight week, and we talked a lot with my mental coach. I remember because I was not afraid, but it's more about the team was afraid about, okay, how Ciryl gonna manage this, you see? When you're gonna be face to face in the cage with Francis, with what's happening in the gym, and you see, with the press conference when Francis lying a little bit, you see, you remember or not? He make me a KO. He knocked me down during.
Okay, right.
Yeah, sleeping. And you don't remember, Ciryl? Maybe because you sleep.
Right, I do remember this now. Yeah.
It's not the truth, but so Fernando Lopez and my team was a little bit in tension about all of that, like how are we gonna manage this? How I'm gonna manage this? And it was not bad. We did a great fight. It was not easy at the debut. It was about a lot of power on the clinch. I remember he used a lot of power, so I got no choice to use also a lot of power. So after the first one, it was already tired, me too, but we continued to fight like that. And yes, it was a good fight. And the run number 1, 2 was for me, 3, 4 for him. And I think the fifth, I don't know exactly, because I did a takedown. I tried to submit him, and he reversed just the position at the end of the round, but he did not too much. Like
Okay.
So for this fight, it was.
So maybe you thought you won at the end of the fight?
Maybe. But the champion stays the champion. You see, when it's close, you must make the difference when it's like that. So it was like that, but it was not a real defeat. You see.
Yeah.
It was not a big defeat like I had with Jon Jones. You see.
But when in that moment, so obviously you would not have experienced the Jon Jones loss.
Right.
So right then, did you feel like your world had fallen apart? Like coming out of that fight, a loss, you're not the UFC heavyweight champion. Like professionally, you're right there, and it just is so close.
It was so close. It was really so close, and I was aware about that, but I think not too much. This is not affect me too much. But I know for my coach and my team, it was different. It was different because you know the difference when you are a real champion, when you are a contender. This is completely different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yes, so, but when you lost, you go back to the gym and you go back to the fight, and we did it with Tai Chivaza in September for the first event in Paris.
So yeah, I mean, we've got to talk about. Let's start with the walkout, shall we? Like, what did you expect? First time for the UFC at the Accor Arena. I've been to many events, many years now, and my 10th year with the UFC. We've never been, and I know French fans are great, sporting fans, but I was like, oh, I wonder how these guys will be. And I don't know. So what did you think? When you were walking out, before you walked out, you're like, how were they going to be for you?
Just before my fight, it was exactly my biggest question, because every manager, what did you expect about the crowd of France? I said, I don't know exactly. I don't know. I hope it's going to be on fire, because I did the last years, the years before I did London.
Yeah.
And it was a great crowd, you see. The England people is always great in the crowd.
Yeah.
In the soccer. So it was my biggest question. But after the fight, I said, thank you, 5 times. Like, thank you for this. This is incredible. It was really impressive. It was wonderful at the same time. Like, the people scream at like one people, you see, you understand what I mean?
Yeah, yes, in unison.
Exactly.
Yes. So before you get to the end, and I kind of just want to go through each little bit with you, because I was there, I shared some of this, and from your eyes, your ears, smell, taste, everything. When you walk through that curtain, like, give us the description.
Just before I walk a little bit, some meters before the crowd, I'm meeting the friends. I say, hey, my friend, what's up? I cross, boom, big light on my eyes. That's better like that, because you can't see everything. Like, even I'm focused. I'm already focused. I remember after the fight, my sister said, we was on the corner just there for checking the head, but you didn't see her. So I said, sorry, I was already focused on my fight. And I remember when Bruce Buffer said his speech, the French crowd said the speech at the same time with Bruce Buffer. I said, wow, okay, the people in France are ready, are really ready. And during the fight, it was wonderful. It was wonderful. Tai Chivaza looked at me and smiling, like I said, oh, and he said, wow, the crowd are crazy.
Was that the moment they were singing the national anthem?
Yeah.
And I spoke to a French media friend of mine. He said they don't even do that during football, soccer, or maybe rugby, I'm not sure, but this is very rare.
Not like that. It was different. I don't know why, but like you say, it was just one people, like, just one people. I think everybody thinking at this moment, everybody, like, it was really crazy. The sound in the arena, the boom, impressive.
Yeah.
It's strong, heavy.
What does that do to you as a fighter?
I stay focused on my fight, but during these few seconds, with Tai Chivaza, we stop it to fight. We walk, but we stop it to fight. Really, we stop it to fight during maybe 10 seconds. And we just walk like, I say, wow, that's crazy. Like, and we walk a little bit and we listen at the same time. And after that, we are more focused on the fight, but it was incredible. And I think this has helped the fighter from the country to be more stronger, to have more power, to have more mental power.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Because you got tested. You had a moment there, a worrying moment for the French fans. Did you expect? Did you expect to be feeling the canvas?
I forgot. I forgot. But yeah, it was crazy. The scenario was crazy. The people were really afraid. But you see, this is the first event in Paris, the first event in France, in Paris. You have your guys and bomb knock for the first time in this career. All in this career, Muay Thai, MMA, The first time that when people touch him, boom! Imagine I stay on the ground and I sleep.
Oh.
Imagine the scenario. Wow, but this is gonna happen. This is a fight.
Yeah.
This is gonna happen, and no, I react directly. I remember. No, I don't remember when he touched me. I don't remember. I remember when my ass touched the ground. And, oh, so okay, he touched me. I escaped, and I saw I was too. He was too fast, so I understand the distance was not good. So I go back in, and I catch Tai Chivaza and I rest her for 5-6 seconds. I walk away, and I say, "Okay, I understand. You want to finish me? Come, knee." When he come, I land the knee, a big knee, like, okay, you want to come 100%? I'm not going to go away. I'm going to come also 100%. We will see. And he came with his hand. I came with my knee, and I touch him, and I reversed the fight like that.
It was wild.
Yeah, it was wild, but when you don't have choice.
Oh, no. It's
Because I can't do that. But
good wild, I mean. Good wild.
Yeah, good wild, of course. It's just a fight. But because the people always saw me to manage every time, and I don't need to be so wide, too wide,
Yeah.
for winning my fight. And so the people thought I was not able to do that.
Yeah.
But in Muay Thai, for the people who know me since the Muay Thai, know that. So this is surprised a little bit some people. So it was good. It was a good memories.
Where in your career does that fight stand in like your top moments?
It was a really tough moment. You had the belt. After that, you have Francis. After that, you have UFC Paris with a big win. Step, pop, pop, pop. This has helped me a lot to my...
Is that your favorite moment though, Paris?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, more than the belt.
More than the belt?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because this is historic also. First time in Paris, I'm gonna have my face for the whole of my life to the first event in Paris, and we did it for real.
Yeah.
Like, it was a really great memory. The crowd was, the fun was perfect.
Yeah.
Everything was perfect. All of the French fighters won this night,
Yeah.
so everything was perfect.
And you became a superstar here in France. I've seen you
More.
have magazines in the gym,
Yeah.
GQ magazine, no less. I read this magazine, Ciryl. This is one of my favorite ones. You're on the front cover.
Yeah,
This is great.
good.
Do you
Yeah.
enjoy that side?
Of course, I'm comfortable also with that. So yes, this is some plus, and this is happening just when you won.
Yeah.
You see.
Well, should we get to this then? So the big fight with Jon Jones, like they don't come bigger. He is the guy who, like the youngest UFC champion, he has so many accolades.
Yeah, of course.
And I know that as a fighter, what an opportunity, right? To test your skills against someone like him.
I remember I was in Vegas for Nasruddin Imavov.
Yeah.
And we started already to go back to the gym, also for helping me a little bit, Nasruddin. And we took this opportunity to be in Vegas to talk about my future for me with the matchmaker in the UFC, with the staff of the UFC. And we had a meeting and we talked. And we talked with Mick Maynard, and I remember he said, yes, I don't know exactly what's happening with Jon Jones, Francis. Francis he don't have the good answer. I don't know what he want to do. And we say, okay, if you need, we are here. We are just after Francis is her. So if you need, we are here. Like, but he said, yeah, but if you are here, it's this date, not far. Like,
Right,
it's
it
now.
has to be then.
It was not the next month. Yeah, it was the next month. I remember. It was in it was the end of June January, and the fight was in the debut, so well, it was about a few weeks. Like.
Yeah.
And we understand with Fernand, okay, if it's okay, if we have a deal, it's now. It's not. We don't have too much time to prepare us. So we started directly the camp, like we started, and we did very well. For 1 month and a half, we did very well, and.
What do you do for Jon Jones? How do you prepare for a guy like that?
Prepared a lot for the ground game, for the wrestling game, for the defense. For the defense, I'm not going to be better than Jon Jones. He started with the wrestling game.
Right.
I'm not going to be better than him in 5 years. We work a lot on what he do, what he like to do, on his strengths, and the weakness also. So we work a lot on it with the video. Blah, 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 blah. We was confident. We was comfortable with the situation. Jon Jones, the GOAT, bam, bam. Okay, press conference. I was ready, eyes to eyes, connect. I was here. I was really happy to be here to fight. And boom, 3 minutes. It was a bad moment. It was a really bad moment. At this moment, when he did it, I remember I stayed in the cage like, it's a nightmare, no, it's not the reality. So Fernando Lopez came here directly to catch me here, brother, you good? Like, with a good word. Like, it's like that. What you gonna do? It's like that. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's wrong. We're gonna go back to the gym. Let's go. Focus on your future. Forget what's just happening. Help, and just go back to the gym. And but before that, you have the social media also. Oh la la. Just the fight before, I was, but I can understand the people was really disappointed. I think this is it. Because
No one's more disappointed than you, though, right?
the people expected a big war. The people expected a big war, maybe a surprise about me. And boom, in 3 minutes is not exactly what the people expected. You see, me too. Me too at first. So I was disappointed, the people was disappointed, and when the people on the social media are disappointed, the people are really bad.
Yeah.
Really bad. But this generation, unfortunately. And the people completely forgot what I did. Like when we started the interview, you see, I started the MMA just yesterday.
Wow, you've achieved so much. A lot of good things, helped the sport, particularly in your country as well.
Yeah. Anyway, but the people forgot really quickly and live in the present. And at this present, it was a bad buzz, like the people like to say in the social media. Donc, it's not easy. It's not easy, but I'm strong. I'm strong. I got a good foundation. I got a good team, good family. You see, I'm not lonely. And the real life is if you turn off your phone and you walk in the street, you have only a good message from the people, you see. So you must be careful to the social media. You must be careful of that.
I like the technical aspects, and if you'll humour me, like, what happened then? Because I guess you and the team would have broken this down. And I've seen you in the gym, Ciryl. I've seen the work that you've done. Like, what have you identified that was missing in that fight?
But at first, the game plan. After the game plan, it was not to land the big hand, the right hand, the back hand, and I did it. It was just to jab, uppercut, against a guy who expected he's gonna go on the ground game, he's gonna go on the wrestling game. Don't put all your body on it. Just let jab, uppercut, and keep the distance and manage the distance like that. And I did this mistake. I don't know why I was not in this fight. I was really not in this fight. And my coaches, my team told me that it was bizarre. Like and you don't manage the distance. I don't know why. This is your strength. I can manage every people. I can manage the distance with every people when I'm focused. I can manage every distance with every people when I'm focused. And it was bizarre, like, not only me, also Jon Jones. It was bizarre, like. And because it was bizarre, I forgot the game plan. I said, oh, okay. Mistake. Boom, boom. We're fighting on this. Okay. I go back, and so now we're fighting on this. He won. I go on my ass. We're fighting on this. I try up, boom. He managed. I go to the cage. He tried to submit me. I was comfortable. He knew that. So he don't put the power. And I remember in my gym with my team, don't stay on this position. Go back on your feet. Strike. I remember that. So I was there. Okay, let's go. I woke up a little bit. Boom. Did a mistake. You readapt. And he finished me like that. This is exactly what's happening.
So thank you for taking us through that. What happens now? Are you excited to get back to
Yes, of course. Of course. This has put me more... now I manage a little bit more my life. Now I understand everything can switch it. You see?
Yeah.
You understand what I mean?
I do, yeah.
Really quick. I can feel it. Everything can switch it. Not just in your career, but just also around you. This is a career, but with the partner, with the sponsor, with everything, the intention the people take with you, with the media, with everything. You see, everything can switch it. Just with one fight. That's why I told to my coach, this sport, I told you also, this sport is different. It's not exactly like a soccer or basketball or, you see? I don't know why it's like that. It's just you when you won, and you won like bizarre. It's not good for you and for your career anyway. So now I'm more focused on me. I don't spend a lot of time because I like to make a pleasure for the people with the media, with some solicitation. I like to, it's not only just for the people, it's also for me. That's good for my picture.
Yeah.
But now I'm really focused on it, and I take my time more. I spend my time more with my family, rest, gym, rest. You see that. That's it. Well, you are here, so I don't have a choice.
Yes.
But you understand? And now I'm really focused on my next step, and now my life is gonna be that. Gym, fight, gym, rest, family. That's it.
I had a really interesting conversation with Fernand a year or so back, and he described to me like the blueprint for both you and Francis. You know, you guys were excellent kickboxers, the natural ability. If he spent all his time teaching you guys how to wrestle, he in his eyes didn't see that it would take you a long time to get to the top. So, and it reminded me of Arsène Wenger. I'm obviously famous Frenchman, one of the greatest coaches of all time, my beloved Arsenal. Yeah. He did the same with like Robert Pires, Thierry Henry. He would focus on Thierry's speed and his footwork rather than getting back and defending or whatever else it was. Put that focus on the strengths, see a fast acceleration of the career.
That's true.
Is this what's happened? And now is it time that you have the resources and the test has been there? You have to now plug the gaps.
This is exactly that. Like I explained to you when we started, I started with the Muay Thai with just 3 years, and directly we started with the MMA. It was already in the rush. So we never took the time. Like, you see, if I started my career with the MMA, like, I don't know, like I 15 years old.
Yeah.
Before to be a real professional, you have a lot of years to work, everything, every compartment of what is the MMA, wrestling, grand game. But me, I just arrived and directly to the rush. with some opponent, fight after fight. So you prepared your camp for the fight, for your opponent, you see? Not about you if I started like 15 years old, you take your time to grow up,
Yeah.
I don't remember the word, but to develop everything. But I was already in the rush, And because also, when you have the hype, you can close the door to every people and don't take the opportunities to I don't have the good word in English, but to build a personage like.
Yeah, a brand.
You see?
Yes.
Exactly. You can't close the door.
No.
It's not for.
Might not open again.
You understand?
You have to take your opportunity.
Just one fight and the close is door.
Yeah.
And it's finished. You see? The career is really later.
Yeah.
So when I started, fight after fight, yes, I go to the gym, but I take some opportunities. But now, I got a brand. Now, okay. What I didn't before because I started really late, I'm going to do that now.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
It's look a little bit like that.
Yeah.
It's look a little bit. That's why I say I manage now. Gym, rest, family. Gym, rest, family. We're going to go to fight. Gym, rest, family. And not to go to put my face on the TV, on the media. That's
Okay.
it. That's it. This is my mindset now.
Is it the perfect solution to come back in France as well? Or does that add some more kind of pressure for you?
Every time you have a pressure. Yes, maybe this is put more pressure because the people waiting for you. And this is a plus because I lost on the grand game, on the wrestling game, and because my future opponent is good on the wrestling game.
Serghei Spivac, yeah.
You see? So yes, this is put a little bit more pressure. But I'm okay. We're gonna manage this. I'm okay. We are in the top. It's like that. You are in the top, so you must to be present.
Yeah.
To be present. You see? Though me, I'm okay with the pressure. When I started, I got the pressure. Since I started, I got a big test. So yeah, the pressure. I know what is it.
Heavyweight's really exciting right now. Tom Aspinall recently won against Marcin Tybura. I've said to both you and Tom, I think one day, you guys will make a great fight. And it looks like maybe it might happen in the future. I don't know. But you have Serghei Spivac, but we got a lot of other contenders now. Lots of other. Are you excited about these opportunities to fight these different styles?
Yes. Of course, if you ask me which guy you prefer to fight, I got no answer for that. Every time when the people after the fight, who you want, anyone, anywhere, this is what my word.
Yeah.
Anyone, anywhere, just propose me, and we're going to do that.
Yeah.
But I like to say since 2 years, the top of the heavyweight division are really hard.
Yeah.
Really strong. This is a big. I think this is the best era of the heavyweight division.
100%.
I think.
I agree.
For sure.
What's your goal now, Ciryl?
Repeat the question.
Your goal. What is your goal now?
My goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. My goal now is the people liked, you see, because I got a big wave after the fight, like a bad wave, and the people around me like to say, okay, we're gonna prove to the people you. No. I don't want to prove something to anything. I just want to prove something to myself. Like the people like to say, my biggest enemy is me. And if I want to do something today, it's not for the people outside, it's for me. And you must be focused on it. I want to prove some stuff to myself, you see, to be a better version of myself. I know I just started my career. Everything was really quick, fast. And now I want to take my time because for me, if you see the big pictures, maybe I'm just on the half of my career. I can grow up. You understand what I mean?
Yeah. Young in the game still.
You see? So now I'm focused on myself, and I want to prove to myself I can be better, really better than that. This is my goal. This is my goal. And of course, to go back to the belt, of course.
How long do you think it might take you to get to the belt?
I don't know. This is a good question. If you don't have a pandemic, I don't know. Maybe 2 years. I don't know. Maybe the next years. Maybe 2 years. No better. But to keep this way, just to keep this way. And when I'm gonna be done, I don't know when this is gonna happen. When I think the more important is to have some pleasure. Everything was the pleasure for me.
Yeah.
You remember when I told you when I started the soccer and the basketball?
Yeah.
And the people came to put me. I said no. At first it's the pleasure. Please.
Yes.
We're gonna see maybe next year.
Yeah.
Already today is always the same. Pleasure. To make a pleasure.
Okay.
Pleasure before everything.
So are you having fun at the moment?
Yeah, always. And I want to prove to myself I can be better than that.